Hey there, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Ireland Collection, and we're finally here. This is the episode, as prompted by friend of the show, T. Hamill, aka Groovy Spider-Ham. He said, talk about Keanu Reeves movie, and I was like, oh no, what do I talk about? And I asked T. Hamill, he says, I want to hear about Point Break, but I know you should talk about your favorite Keanu Reeves movie. I was like, damn it. All right, I'll talk about it. And my favorite Keanu Reeves movie is the 1994 film, Speed. Speed is one of those ones when I was a kid, I was really trying to get into it because I love that poster. Speaking of the poster, check it out, guys. Check it out. Boom, we got a Speed poster. Anyway, I love Speed, and when I was a kid, I would try to rent it from the library, but the problem was I kept falling asleep during it. So after like the second time, my mom's like, nope, can't get Speed anymore. We got to start renting other movies to see what else they have. They're like, damn. So it wasn't until like my teenage years where I started buying my own DVDs, and I bought my DVD copy of Speed. Love that movie. I watched it with the commentary, and I learned like, oh geez, the guy who made Speed was also the same guy who made Twister and The Haunting, and the guy who filmed it also worked on Die Hard, so that's why there's a great aesthetic that's in both Speed and in Die Hard. Like they kind of share the same DNA. It was like, that's so wonderful. One of my favorite things about this movie is in fact Dennis Hopper. Dennis Hopper is like one of my all-time favorite actors. He's one of those guys who I wish was still around, because whenever he was in a movie, he brought something to it. He brought a little piece of him to it. I don't know if you ever see something in a movie and then you pick up that trait, or you use that one line like a movie quote, or you use like, oh yeah, I like how they do that, let me do that in my real life. In the movie, what he does is hold the phone like this.
Once the bus goes 50 miles an hour, the bomb is armed.
If, I'm working on something and I have to write something down, I hold the phone like this as I write. I hold it like Dennis Hopper in the movie Speed. I don't know, it feels better to hold the phone like this as well, because other than this, it's like your phone's like your hand's all the way out and you might bump something. I know it's completely silly, but it's something that I don't know if I think other people do that. Like if you pick up like a trait from a movie or like a movie quote, I consider it like a movie quote, like that you use in your life. So that's how I see it. Anyway, it's a little funny aside about the movie Speed. But of course, T. Hamill suggested this because he wanted me to talk about Keanu Reeves.
Talk about the things I want you to talk about.
Talk about the things I want you to talk about.
What I love about this movie is it's a blending of like two different Keanu Reeves. It's that little blend of young Keanu before he becomes the cool, John Wick guy we know and love today. Because this one, he's still serious, but he's smiling, and there's that little bit of soul that he has with the character of Annie, played by Sandra Bullock. I like that chemistry that they have with each other, and this movie really brings that out between Annie and Jack Traven. I consider it underrated just because I don't really feel like people talk about it enough. They do talk about it, but I don't feel like it gets the love that it deserves because it's such a silly premise.
I think it was called The Bus That Couldn't Slow Down.
Even though it has that, it's always inventive. It's always finding new ways to keep the movie going forward and never slowing down. I think the only issue with the movie, and I feel like it's the reason why it doesn't get as much love as it does, is because of the third act.
I'm gonna speed it up. Make it jump the track.
This is really stupid.
I know people don't really like the ending, but the thing I like about the ending is that it puts a spotlight on the character of Dennis Hopper.
It's not gonna hurt, Andy.
And also you get some more moments between the character of Jack and Annie, that they're more intimate and more closer than they were throughout the movie, because throughout the movie she's driving the bus, but towards the end they're holding each other more. It's more romantic, and he really loves Annie and he tries to save her, and even though it's kind of silly towards the end, I still like the movie in general because I think it's still a solid 5-star movie.
All right, fine. I'll give it 5 bags of popcorn.
The movie never stops, and I love that kind of genre where it's just like it's always going, it's always changing the route, or what do we do, and how do we fix this problem? Oh, we have another problem. Like this movie Speed is all about that. It's about the escalation of problems. Oh Jesus, the bomb is armed. Oh Jesus, we can't evacuate the bus. Oh Jesus, the bus blew up. Oh Jesus. He popped a hole in the thing, and it's so great. It's like a bunch of oh no, what's going to happen, and that's the lasting power of Speed that I really do appreciate. It's a great movie, and I can't recommend it enough. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, click the like button. If you really liked it, click the subscribe button. Also, don't be afraid to leave a comment down below. Tell me what you thought of this video if you liked it. Also, give me a prompt. What movie should I talk about in another Ireland Collection video? Do I talk about all-in-one-day movies? Do I talk about a horror movie? Do I talk about a Bruce Willis movie? Give me a prompt of an actor, genre, and I'll let you know what movie in the collection best matches that, and I'll talk about it because I really love doing this series of videos every Monday, and it gives me a chance to talk about things and really dive into what I like about my DVD collection, because there's these movies I love, and there's a reason why I love them, there's a reason why I own them, and there's a reason why it's connected to me. So thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for your support, and see you next Monday.
It's on 3. Let's move.